Hey guys, this is Chaos Chrono back with another deck opening. We have deck number 3 of this display, or number 15 for this series. We got ourselves a nice Evil Twin last week and hoping for something even better today. Let's see what we got. Alright, today's deck is a Logos, Star Alliance, and Sanctum deck. MX, Rin, C, Einstein. Let's open this up. Alright, starting with Star Alliance, we have Shieldulator as a 3-power creature. Shieldulator may be played as an upgrade instead of creature with the text, "This creature gains +2 armor." Officer's Blaster, Amber when be played, it's an upgrade, enhanced with an additional Amber and Pip. This creature gets +2 power, and this creature gains Destroyed. Attach Officer's Blaster to this creature's right neighbor. Lieutenant Valmart, 3-power creature with Play Fight Reap. If the tide is high, keys cost +3 during your opponent's next turn. Lieutenant Kurkar, it's 5-power creature with Taunt and Hazardous 3. Grand Alliance Council, it's an action. Choose a creature of each house, destroy each creature not chosen. Diplomat Aegon, 2-power creature with Play Fight Reap. For the remainder of the turn, a friendly creature belongs to the house of your choice in addition to its other houses. Stunner, it's an upgrade, and whenever you play it, this creature gains Fight Reap, you may stun a creature. Mutagenesis Researcher, 3-power creature that enhances an Amber Pip, Capture Icon, Damage Pip, and a Draw Icon. Away Team, enhanced with a Capture Icon, 5-power creature with Destroyed, put each upgrade on Away Team into its owner's archives. D1v3 Pod, it's an upgrade. While the tide is high, this creature gains Skirmish. While the tide is low, this creature gains Elusive. Comm Officer Gross, 3-power creature with Play. You may search your deck for Comm Officer Hings, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck. It also has Fight Reap. Give a +1 power counter to each creature between Comm Officer Hings and Comm Officer Gross. Interesting, never seen this guy before. Comm Officer Hings, 3-power creature with Play. You may search your deck for Comm Officer Gross, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck. And Fight Reap, draw 1 card for each creature between Comm Officer Hings and Comm Officer Gross. Whoa, draw power right there. Very nice. That's it for Star Alliance. Moving on to Sanctum. We have Taxing Journey. It's an action. Amber whenever you play it. A friendly creature captures 1 Amber. Each of its neighbors that shares a house with it also captures 1 Amber. Staunch Knight, 4-power creature with 2 armor. Staunch Knight gets +2 power while it's on the flank. Shifting Battlefield, it's an action. Amber whenever you play it. Move a friendly creature anywhere on your battle line. That creature captures 1 Amber. Heal or Harm, it's an action. Choose one. Fully heal a creature and gain 1 Amber, or ready and fight with a friendly creature. 2 copies of that. Grand Melee, it's an action and enhanced with a Draw Icon. Destroy each creature that does not share a house with at least one of its neighbors. 2 copies, this one not enhanced. Badge Magus, 4-power creature with Deploy. And fight, ready and fight with each of Badge Magus' neighbors, 1 at a time. Radiant Truth, it's an action, and whenever you play it, stun each enemy creature not on a flank. Honor or Glory, it's an action. When you play it, choose one. Deal 3 damage to each flank creature, or deal 3 damage to each creature not on a flank. Holdfast, 6-power creature. After one of Holdfast's neighbors is dealt damage, ready Holdfast. Gatekeeper, 5-power creature with 1 armor. When you play him, if your opponent has 7 or more Amber, capture all but 5 of it. That's it for Sanctum. Moving on to Logos, we have Submersive Principle. It's an action. Each player loses 1 Amber. If the tide is high, each player loses half their Amber instead, rounding down the loss. 2 copies of Submersive Principle. A lot of Amber control here. P.I. Sweven, 2-power creature with Reap. If the tide is high, draw 3 cards. Old Egad, 1-power 2 armor creature with Destroyed. Ward each of Old Egad's neighbors. Bilge Warden, 2-power creature with Play Reap. If the tide is high, your opponent raises the tide. Otherwise, you raise the tide. Forgive or Forget, it's an action. Choose one. Archive 2 cards of different types from your discard pile, or purge up to 2 cards from each discard pile. Feel of the Researcher, enhanced with that damage icon. 1 power creature with elusive, and after a creature is played adjacent to Feel of the Researcher, draw a card. Bouncing Death Cork, it's an action. Destroy an enemy creature and a friendly creature. You may repeat the effect as many times as you like, as long as it's possible to repeat the entire effect. Groundbreaking Discovery, it's an action. Amber, whenever you play it. If you control Dr. Proctor, Rooftop Laboratory, and Reckless Experimentation, destroy each card in play, unforge an opponent's key, and purge Groundbreaking Discovery. Reckless Experimentation, it's an upgrade. Amber, whenever you play it, this creature gains Reap. Play the top card of your deck. Rooftop Laboratory, it's an artifact. Each friendly scientist creature enters play ready. And the last card of the deck is Dr. Proctor, 2 power creature with elusive. When you reap with him, put an upgrade or action card from your discard pile on top of your deck. That is everything, and let's get this sorted out. Alright, looking at the parts of this deck, starting with Star Alliance. Starting with Star Alliance, we have 3 upgrades, 4 if you include Shield You Later, which work well with Away Team, as you can replay them, although Officer's Blast would technically move off of, or could move off of Away Team, but the choice is with the active player. Comm, Officer Gross, and Hings are an interesting pair. Hings' ability can really swing the game if you can draw a lot of cards. Gross, with the power increases, is pretty nice, as we have 17 creatures in this deck, so it's a little lower, and overall body sizes are not really up there. Diplomat Aegon is obviously nice to have, as you can use other creatures not in Star Alliance during your turn, or during your Star Alliance turn. Kirkar offers some protection with its taunt for some of your smaller, more important creatures. Moving on to Sanctum, we have some old favorites that came back in this deck. Gatekeeper, great Amber control card. Badge Magus and Hold Fast, both of them kind of work towards increasing your fights, which can be useful. Heal or Harm can extend that life duration for each creature, and to help generate a bit of Amber as well. Ready and Fighting with a friendly creature, since we do have quite a bit of board control in our action cards, I don't think we're going to need to focus on fighting as much. We have Taxing Journey and Shifting Battlefield. Taxing Journey is good for some Amber control. Shifting Battlefield actually works really well to position your comm officers, so they could potentially affect more creatures on your next turn. Grand Melee is going to be a little bit interesting in terms of the positioning in the board, what creature, like it's obviously a double-edged sword, so it could hit your own creatures in a bad way. Radiant Truth, stunning opponent's board, again, a lot of board control, same with Honor or Glory. So this deck has a lot of Amber control and creature control so far. In Logos, we have the Proctor set. It's a great delay option when the opponent is ahead on the board, but the likelihood of you controlling all those pieces at the same time is a little more limited. Now, looking at Rooftop Laboratory with your scientists coming in ready, that's Dr. Proctor, Feel the Researcher, Bilgewarden, P.I. Sweven. So majority of your Logos creatures are going to benefit from Rooftop Laboratory. Just did a quick check. There's 2 more scientists in Star Alliance. We have the Mutagenesis Researcher and Lieutenant Valmart. That'll essentially let you do a key cost +6 on a turn with Lieutenant Valmart, and Mutagenesis Researcher is just going to be another body, another Reap or something. Being able to use Dr. Proctor, Bilgewarden, and P.I. Sweven right away on a turn is really powerful. That's a lot of potential draw power and getting the cards you need on top of your deck before that even, so yeah, that's a lot of good synergy. Reckless Experimentation, leaving it on Dr. Proctor is actually pretty good. You can put the right card on top of the deck and play it right away, and there's a lot of action cards in this deck. Yeah, there's about 17 cards that can be used in that pair with Dr. Proctor and Reckless Experimentation. Another good synergy between Shifting Battlefield is with Feel the Researcher, as you can clear out that spot next to her, and the next creature coming down can once again helping you draw. Lastly, the actions in Logos, we have 2 copies of Submersive Principle. It's another Just Say No card like Gatekeeper, but making both players lose their Amber. Forgive or Forget, some archiving or purging to get rid of some annoying cards during the game. and Bouncing Death Quark, which is okay given that we have 17, so just below average, but it's not as good in this deck as each of our creatures is pretty valuable. The best combination is probably with Old Egad for one trade-off, and a few of the Star Alliance creatures that we might not care about as much, mainly Mutagenesis Researcher, or Shield You Later if that's played as a solo card, and Away Team if we want to make use of that destroyed effect. So a fair number of targets, but since it's a lower creature count, we can't really abuse that too much, but that's the deck. Overall, I think the main limiting factor is going to be Amber generation. 8 pips of Amber, and we're going to rely on the creature's abilities to generate. Heal or Harm, again, probably going to be useful for generating more so, but the Amber control is pretty substantial in all 3 houses. The other limitation in this deck is the lack of artifact control. Other than that, I think this will be a fairly good performer, as long as we can get the Amber generators going. Overall, I'm going to rate this deck at a 70 on the dot. When we rely on specific cards to really give you the advantage, things like the 2 comm officers, that's a really big effect. Dr. Rocker combo, those are some key components to this deck that really help it run. The Rooftop Laboratory with all the scientists, if that artifact is managed, then this deck won't run nearly as well as it could. So yeah, I'll rate it at a 70. And that's the end of the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more Keyforge videos. I know my schedule's been a little wonky lately, and that has to do with my work situation as well, so just trying to balance everything, and therefore my schedule is kind of suffering a little bit. But thanks for putting up with it and the continued support with watching and viewing my videos, and those that comment. Definitely take everything to heart and try to improve the content as best as I can. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, be kind and happy forging.